Greetings, my fellow Metroid fans, cosplayers, gamers, collectors. In this video, I am going to be talking about one of my figures that I own in my very large Metroid collection. This one is the Metroid Other M Zero Suit Samus Aran version figurine. It is made by Max Factory and Good Smile Company, which is like a Chinese or Japanese store. I'm not really sure. I think it's made in China, but is a Japanese company. But anyways, the Samus figure is the Other M design. She stands about, I think, about 8.5 inches tall. She comes with a plastic Metroid toy that you can attach with this plastic rod, which attaches to this small plastic saucer she stands on. She's attached to it. Right down here it says Metroid Other M, the Metroid Other M logo. And I believe right here it says Metroid Other M in Japanese. I'm not really sure. Could be Chinese. I'm sorry, I don't know for sure. So, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's some things about this figure that kind of confused me. You can sort of, I don't know if you guys noticed, but you can, bend her hair. I wouldn't recommend, squishing it together, but you can definitely bend her tips, her ponytail. You can also remove the baby Metroid from this plastic rod. Now, I'm not gonna try because it's a pain in the ass to get back on and off, and I'm sorry, I'm not gonna take it off, but you can pop this off and put it wherever. Maybe you want to store it next to your other Samus figures, I don't know, but it's supposed to go with this figure. I also have a problem right here with her foot. She doesn't seem, I tried to stretch her leg into this clear plastic spoke that her foot's supposed to go on, but it doesn't want to reach. It keeps popping back off, so I guess you don't have to sit it on there if you don't want. I'm not going to try prying it because I don't want to break it. I'm just so nervous around my figures. So, basically this figure, she has a really high quality paint job, and she is cast in high quality, I believe it's PVC resin or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it was a high quality resin or PVC, plastic, some sort. I know that a lot of anime figures and collectibles are made out of this. Because this is a collectible, it's not a toy. So don't let your kids around it. Just keep it clean. Just take good care of it, because this is probably worth something one day. So I'd like to talk about the pricing too. This figure was not cheap. It is still not cheap. You might be able to get one. I'm sure you can get one off eBay or Amazon, but they want a lot for them. I know. I honestly got mine for, I think my price was $89, but with shipping it was $95. So that's still lesser than $100. They're kind of hard to come by, lesser than $100, but you could probably get one for maybe $120, $115. Just don't pay $200 for one. Just don't. I know some sellers on eBay that are trying to they'll buy them all and jack up the prices. Don't buy them for that much. You can get a better deal somewhere else, or just wait on eBay for one. Maybe some guy might get tired of it. Maybe it's just collecting dust. He's like, okay, I want to sell it. I need some money. So just wait for a used one. Really used, and as long as it's not broken, I'd say it's the same quality as a new one. At least that's how I tend to keep my things. And I tend to keep mine in really good condition if I can. So also I have the box right here. It comes with its own custom box. Right up there you can see the Metroid Other M logo, and up here you can see the the Metroid, or the official Nintendo seal sticker. I wouldn't take that off because makes it look more special. There's a Max Factory logo and the Good Smile Company logo. Right down in the corner is her face. One of the stock photos of her face. It says right over here, Samus Aran Zero Suit version. Down there it says 1/8 scale painted figure, and I'm assuming those letters are in Japanese or Chinese. It says probably the Samus Aran Zero Suit version. I'm not entirely sure, I'm sorry. I'm American, I don't know those languages. And right down there it says sculpted by Shining Wizard at Sawatika. Copyright 2010 Nintendo, which I believe is when Other M came out. So on this side we have the same logos and a stock photo of her from behind. These are really good photos in a really good quality box. Keep the box. We are collectors, remember. Do not let children play with this. or anything. I wouldn't even let them touch it because you know children have like gummy fingers and hands, and they like to spit on everything. Just don't. So this is my favorite side because it has like every photo of her every stock photo of this figure that you see all over the images and whatnot. So same logos and everything up there. Right down here looks like a choking like warning. Yeah, choking hazard warning. It says for ages over 15 years. So yeah, this is a collectible. It says it's made in China, but I don't understand because this is like a Japanese toy. But everything's made in China, so you know how that is. Here's the other side of her from the front. Samus Aran Zero Suit version, same logos. And this is the front of the package. I'm just going to note that the front is probably one of the better places to store it because you can look into it and see the figure. Because I know some collectors, most collectors probably like to keep their figures inside the box. You probably don't even like to take it out because you don't want it to break. You want it to be like brand new, and you don't want dust to get on it, which is perfectly understandable because I have some figures I keep in the box too. But this box is designed to be opened. As you can see up here, you can, it flips open. You could just pull this out and it flips open. You could just take out the plastic casing. And there's a picture of the baby Metroid on top, which I love, the baby Metroid. It's really cute. So basically, inside there's like a transparent, clear, like plastic, like casing, like a shell almost, that fits to her. Pretty spot on. So in case you're worried about shipping, the figure will stay in there. She stays pretty snug, like, the package, if you order offline, it might bump around. It'll stay in there. It shouldn't break easily. But if it does, you know that the shipping guy didn't care or something. I don't know. So basically, I'd also like to talk about Other M, the game, Metroid Other M. I have it right here. I have played it. Of course, it's in my collection. There's some sticker residue. I'm sorry about that, but this game is for the Nintendo Wii system, and there's the front of it. Sorry if there's some glaring. Here's the back. It is basically really just about the tale of Samus that was never told. I will say this, that I know that the game has gotten a lot of hate since it came out. And it hasn't even been that long since it's been out, maybe almost 5 years. I remember the commercial was really awesome for it. I was like, wow, this is pretty impressive. I mean, it was pumping me up. It got us pumped up. It was like, this is the game. This is like the final Metroid game. This is it. This is going to be awesome. And then I think the game actually only got like a maybe 6 point something, a rating. I don't know. We'll have to research. I think last time I looked, it was like 6 point. But I guess maybe it didn't sell very well. Maybe they go by selling. I don't know. But, basically, the main points of Metroid Other M I have noticed where it didn't do very well, people complained about and bitch about, I must admit, was Samus's appearance and her character. They didn't seem to like the fact that her suit changed, and, she's shorter apparently, because I know her original height is 6'3", and she's 200 pounds. Apparently in Other M, without the armor on, she's 5'5". And I don't know about her weight. I don't know. I didn't see that part. They don't really go into it, I don't think. We don't really know how tall she is. We just know in some character profiles she was 6'3". But I think that they changed it, because as you can see, I think they made her taller in Other M form without the suit on, because she's got like these tall wedges. I think they're called wedges, platforms, or something. That'll wobble if you set it down. That's okay, it won't break. So they have also complained about little things like her mole. She has a beauty mark they added. And they're complaining, some fans and collectors are complaining that Metroid Other M sucks as a game because she has a beauty mark. Like Samus Aran's character was totally ruined from Other M because she has a beauty mark. And I know there's other reasons. Trust me, I know. You're free to comment whatever you want. Everybody's free to their own opinion. I'm just going to stick up for her because I'm a hardcore, dedicated Metroid fan. I mean, I'm like Samus' #1 fan. Not to brag. Well, she does have a beauty mark on her left side. And she still has the same, like, symbols on her back and her hand, her left boob, mark. She still has that. So that's similar. The suit colors have changed. But people, I guess, complain about the fact that her boobs are bigger than they usually are, and I'm just like, no, they aren't. They look kind of the same, but I'm not really a guy. I don't really look at that, I guess. Um, maybe a lot of you guys probably don't even care, which is awesome, because I don't care. Samus is Samus, it's Metroid, but a lot of people just say that her character's ruined from Other M. And I can say this, I can agree with some things people say. I know of the infamous the baby thing. So many people complain about the fact she says the baby like 100 times. I've seen like memes that are kind of sexist. That's something I don't like is people make sexist comments about her, like, you need to make dinner for Adam or something, and get in the kitchen, Samus, you're a girl, or I don't know, but they're just kind of sexist, and I think honestly these fans took it a little too far. But, there's ignorant assholes out there that, misery loves company. Maybe they're miserable, I don't know. But this game is, the game, I will admit, it wasn't my favorite Metroid game. It wasn't the best Metroid game. But I still recommend playing it if you're a gamer. Still pick it up, but don't pay the ultimate price for it. Like, don't pay, like, $50. Pay, like, maybe less than 10. That's what I think it's worth. But still, I mean, the game had really good graphics. The dialogue was kind of, I think, that's another thing too people complain about, is the dialogue was unnecessary in a lot of areas. People even think that, well, Samus wasn't able to talk all this time, why should she talk now? She doesn't need a voice. Why did they pick this voice actress? She's not that good. Well, I didn't really care for her voice either. We all know that she sounds best as the sexy, mysterious, sultry, like, deep, monotone voice she had in Brawl and other games. I preferred that too. This new voice, it's okay, but I wouldn't want it again for the new, the new games if they ever make another Metroid. So, yeah, people have complained about her physical appearance and mainly her character. They don't like how she sounded. They don't like how she acted. They think that she was kind of whiny and teenager and emotional. And they basically reference to the fact that she's a woman. I'm like, that's kind of sexist and that really has nothing to do with anything. Maybe she was very sensitive at the time because of the baby. I said it. The baby died, and, it saved her, like, a couple times. Saved her in Super Metroid. Saved her in Fusion, even, from the X-Parasite. So yeah, the baby had an impact. It was like, look, it's right here with the figure. That, to me, says a lot. They thought it was important enough to make. So I think maybe she was just, well, you have to remember too that a different company made the game, a different team, Team Ninja, made this game. Maybe they thought of Samus in a different way. Maybe they thought that we see Samus as this. This is our version of Samus. We don't see Samus how you see her. I think, who was the dude, Sakamoto or something, that made Samus the way she is now. So you people can blame him. Don't blame Samus Aran herself. Remember, it's kind of unfair to blame the character. Well, you could just blame the dude that made her like that. Or blame Nintendo, I don't know. Whatever. Just Samus is Samus to me. And it shouldn't matter what if she has a mole, or, I don't know, her hairstyle change, how big her boobs are, who cares. Anyways, back to the game. I know the infamous Ridley meets, Samus meets Ridley scene, the confrontation. So, I know you all think that it was ridiculous, her reaction, and some people say that she had PTSD, maybe she did. I think that Team Ninja just wanted to, I guess, make that moment more special. Maybe they wanted to make it more serious, and just, I don't know, their version of it was just that. I don't know how to explain it, but I will say this, that moment wasn't my favorite part either. I don't think that her screaming and overreacting was necessary. I don't think that her suit was dissolving off of her body for some reason. I don't even know why that was happening. I think that was unnecessary because I never thought of her suit like that. I thought it came off in chunks. You know what I mean? I didn't think it came off like it disintegrated and came back. I just didn't understand that. I think they wanted to show her Zero Suit more. I don't know, because we all pretty much know what she looks like now. But I honestly thought that Anthony was kind of a cool guy, how he was there, but at the same time I thought he was kind of funny. But some lines he said were kind of, stupid. But, so, her reaction to Ridley, yeah, it wasn't my favorite. I honestly thought, really, one word to describe it as probably cringy. I was almost like, ooh, that's maybe kind of wince, like, okay, let's kick his ass now, Samus, like, let's go fight him, and like you usually do, she usually just, like, jumps right in the battle, like, yeah, let's do this, and she just kills him instantly. well, I mean, it depends how good you are at games. Sometimes you might die, sometimes you might not. Really tough though, some of the battles in hard mode. But speaking of which, Other M is very tough on hard mode. I don't even ever want to do that again, to be honest. So yeah, I know people say her voice was too melancholy. Just didn't have any character to it. It just sounded the same all the time, and I agree. Her dialogue was sort of unnecessary. But yeah, the release scene will never be forgotten. I know you guys never forget that. I'm not agreeing with it. I'm not on anyone's side. I'm on my own. I love Samus and Metroid for no matter what. It wasn't my favorite part. I guess my favorite part, honestly, was when Samus was going to Sector Zero to, she was going to destroy the Metroids that couldn't be frozen, but Adam basically shot her to stop her with some gun. I thought that was kind of unnecessary and kind of mean. He could have just, tapped on her shoulder, hey, no, I'm going to do this. But I kind of like the moment where she, saw the baby Metroid and it was just I recall this moment, but I'm going to kill it, you know what I mean? I love that moment. It was just epic. But then Adam had to shoot her, which I thought he was kind of an asshole for that. Because, I mean, why did you shoot me, She even says that, why did you shoot me, So that part was kind of weird, but it was my favorite part how she was it was like her last moments with Adam, and it kind of made me sad when she, went up to, the glass door, and it was just, crying and everything. It was kind of sad. People forget, though, that Samus is human. She has emotions, alright? She's human just like us, only with Chozo blood, alien blood, who is more badass. But, that's my favorite part. The music, I must admit, there was, no music. I don't know if you guys remember anything. The only part I really liked in the music, I guess, was when she was running to Sector Zero. When all the lights came on in the hallway, I was like, this is epic. I know something badass is about to happen. And then that part happened, my favorite part, where she meets Adam for the last time. And I like the music, too, when he died, because it was kind of sad, and it makes you oh, wow, okay, this is sad, Goodbye, Adam, and he sacrificed himself for her, basically, and that kind of gives character. I like Adam as a character, but I didn't like how he shot her. It was just kind of pointless. And it says something, too, because in Fusion, she named this computer that she had after him, which says something. She does have emotion. It kind of makes me relate to her more, that she's more human than what we think. She's not just some robot everybody wants. They want her to be some genderless, quiet robot, and she's just a woman. She's really, look, underneath her armor, she's a woman. She acts like one, she looks like one. I think it's awesome. I love strong woman characters, And so, yeah, the ending boss is kind of tricky. The Metroids they're kind of pests, I'll say that. They're hard to freeze, and I was like, come on. And the ending was kind of confusing, because I know you had to roll into a Morph Ball and lay a Power Bomb. I really only beat the game once, because I just couldn't. I don't know, the game was it went too slow for me. There was too many screenshots, and 1 minute you'd be like, okay, I'm running, shoot, let's shoot that bad guy, then okay, here's some scenes, okay, let's watch them. They kind of go on forever, they're kind of unnecessary. Then you kind of you go in this walking mode, and I'm just can I run now? Let's get to the point. I like being able to run freely, jumping off walls. This game, you kind of had to wait for the command. It was kind of annoying. A lot of people hated the fact that Adam had to give her orders, okay, lady, you can I'm authorizing the plasma beam when she's in dire need. I thought that was kind of annoying, because it's people think that she took orders from a man, she's a weakling, when really you gotta think about it. If you think about the story, she wanted to recall and appreciate her old commander. That was her commander in her childhood years. She wanted to recall that and respect him. She respected him still. That was her father figure. People, I think, forget that. That was really the only guy that really she probably felt connection to. Her parents died at such a young age, so that was her father figure. So she probably wanted to, for old time's sake, let's follow Adam again. Let's follow his command. I think it was more for the sake. They were on a ship called the Bottle Ship, and it was more for the sake of the safety of others than, because how Adam says you can't use your power bomb. I'm not authorizing it. People didn't like that. Samus can do what the hell she wants. Well, she does. She can, but she's not using the power bomb for the sake of the others, because the power bomb would decimate the whole place, and there's people on there. So she's not letting her use it until she absolutely needs to, which you do at the end. But yeah, there was no music, I don't recall. Which, you know, in the Prime games, other Metroid games, the music has stuck with me since, like, since I'm this age. I mean, since I was a little kid. I started playing Metroid when I was like 9 or something, or 8, and I still remember the music. And so, that's a little disappointing. There was no really memorable music. Except for the part where she's running to Sector Zero. That's the only part I really liked, the part of music. So yeah, I would recommend getting Metroid Other M if you haven't already played it. I'd buy it, but don't pay too much for it. Just, you know, I'm kind of a cheapskate. I like to save money. It's a good game, other than the fact that people say they hate it, but like I said, Metroid loves company. Maybe they just hate everything in general. I don't know. But I still love her no matter what. Also, I recommend getting this figure, you know, because it's a good quality figure if you are into collecting. I am. I'm trying to collect, honestly, my goal is to collect every single Metroid figure that I possibly can, every single Metroid anything, because I'm literally obsessed over here. So yeah. Well, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, I guess my review on Metroid Other M as well, and so, see you next mission.